Enter Tony Stark, a genius, a billionaire, a playboy, and a philanthropist. This man is the epitome of a life lived on the edge, constantly pushing boundaries and breaking rules. But he's not your average rule breaker. No, Tony Stark has a brain that's as impressive as his bank balance. As the head honcho of Stark Industries, he's made his mark in the world of technology and innovation, particularly in weapons manufacturing. His genius lies not only in his ability to invent and innovate, but also in his knack for business. He's a maverick who knows how to play the game, and he plays it well. His lifestyle is as extravagant as his personality. Fast cars, high-tech gadgets, opulent mansions. The man has it all. This is the life of Tony Stark, the genius, the billionaire, the playboy, the philanthropist. But Tony's life takes an unexpected turn during a trip to the Middle East. In the heart of the Middle East, Tony Stark's life changes forever. During a demonstration of his newest missile, Tony is kidnapped by a group of militants. They demand he builds a weapon of mass destruction, but Tony, ever the maverick, has other plans. In the confines of his captive cave, Tony hatches a daring plan. Utilizing the scraps around him, he forges a crude yet powerful suit of armor, the first rendition of what would become the iconic Iron Man suit. With this, Tony manages a daring escape, his captors left in the dust. This ordeal marks a turning point in Tony's life. As he returns home, he carries with him a newfound resolve. No longer will he profit from the creation of weapons. Instead, he's set on using his genius to protect rather than harm. Back home, Tony decides to change Stark Industries' mission and his own life. Not everyone is on board with Tony's new vision for Stark Industries. There are whispers of dissent echoing through the stark metal corridors of the company. Among the loudest voices is Obadiah Stane, the company's second-in-command. Stane, a seasoned businessman, has his own clandestine plans, and they don't involve turning Stark Industries into a peace-loving enterprise. As Tony grapples with the transition, Stane is busy scheming behind his back. He's the puppet master, pulling strings, making moves, all while wearing a mask of loyalty. But it's not just Stane. There are others too who are deeply entrenched in the weapons business. They resist change, holding on to the past, skeptical of Tony's sudden shift in direction. Stark Industries is a battlefield, and Tony is in the thick of it. Yet, he stands firm. He faces these internal challenges head-on, determined to steer his company onto a new path. But Tony is undeterred. He has a new purpose now. From the ashes of his old self rises Iron Man. Tony Stark, once the playboy industrialist, is now a man on a mission. He takes the high-tech, flying, weaponized suit he has created and uses it as a force for good. His transformation is not just about the suit, though. It's also about his commitment to change. He is no longer the man who made weapons without thinking of the consequences. He is now someone who wants to protect those who can't protect themselves. And then, Tony does something no superhero does. He takes the stage and reveals his secret identity to the world. He announces, "I am Iron Man." In doing so, he breaks the superhero code of anonymity, marking a new age where heroes are not just faceless saviors, but people we know and can relate to. But every hero has a nemesis. Obadiah Stane, in his own Iron Man suit, challenges Tony to a showdown. The stage is set for an epic battle, pitting genius against ambition, redemption against corruption. Tony, as Iron Man, faces off against Obadiah, the man who once mentored him, now his greatest adversary. The fight is intense, the stakes are high, but our hero is not deterred. He fights with everything he's got, using every gadget and gizmo in his high-tech suit. In the end, Tony emerges victorious, defeating Obadiah and proving that he's more than just a genius inventor or a playboy. He's a hero, a force for good. But the battle leaves its mark. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that there's a bigger world out there, filled with threats that one man alone can't handle. And with his iconic line, "I am Iron Man," Tony Stark steps into a bigger universe, hinting at the future of Marvel superheroes.